Hello and welcome to eViolin Teacher. I'm Stephen Neal, the instructor of this site. Today I wanted to talk to you about the materials that you will need in order to be successful with the violin. The first thing that I wanted to talk to you about is the violin itself. Now, you don't need an artist quality violin to begin playing, but you do want to make sure that you get your violin from a reputable company. Typically, a local music store will suffice. Things that you want to watch out for are violins on Craigslist or eBay or any other type of internet website, and here's why. You want to make sure that you can go in person and have the vendor demonstrate to you the violin, just to make sure that everything's in working condition. A couple things to check for are the pegs. You want to make sure that the pegs don't slip when you tune. Another thing you want to make sure is that your violin has 4 fine tuners right here, because you will be tuning your own violin. I'll be teaching you how to do that, and it's really easy to tune them with fine tuners. Now, artist level violins only have a fine tuner on the E string, but you want, as a student, to have a student violin where you can easily use the fine tuners. Those are some things to watch out for with your violin. Okay, the next thing that I want to go over is the shoulder rest, which you should have, and here's why. When I hold my violin without a shoulder rest, I look really like I'm in pain, and it feels uncomfortable, and I probably look like I'm uncomfortable. What the shoulder rest does is it helps alleviate that pain and that tension, so when you play, not only do you look normal, but you're not going to have any tension within your body. And I talk about the shoulder rest in some of my other videos, but just make sure that you have a shoulder rest. They typically go between $15 to $25 for a decent shoulder rest. A Kuhn would suffice. That's kind of the mid-grade shoulder rest. But make sure that you have one of these. Some of them come in sponges, but really you want to avoid sponges. Sponges tend to slip, and they're not going to be as sturdy and reliable as the shoulder rest. Another thing that I would like you to purchase is a stand. Now, it doesn't have to be a fancy looking stand, but you need a stand because you'll be reading music off of one. If you put it on the floor, and you're playing like this, you're going to develop really chronic back pain. Or if you try and put it on a bookshelf and you're reading like this again, it's going to be bad for your posture. So make sure that you get a stand. You can get wire stands for $15, or you can get a nice metal stand for around $40 to $50. I honestly would, if you're going to take this seriously, which I hope you will, I would invest in the $50 stand because that's one that you will have for life. But if your finances dictate that you can't afford that $50 stand, go ahead and get that wire stand for around $15. And again, this should all be at your local music store, and they'll be able to help you out. One thing that I would also like you to have, simple enough, is a pencil. And here's why. We do different bowing exercises with it, and you write in different fingerings when you actually have your music. And it's always just a good thing to carry around a pencil. The next thing is a cleaning cloth. And you can see mine's really, really dirty. I got this one from the local shop here called Bernhardt House of Violins, and it's a microfiber cloth, which means that it is very sensitive with the instrument, so when you're cleaning it, it doesn't leave any scratches. You can use a washcloth, but I would go ahead and get one of these. They're only $3 to $4, and it's a microfiber cloth. It's designed especially to clean the violin. So make sure that you invest in a cleaning cloth. The next thing is a tuner. This is a Korg chromatic tuner, CA30. Now, I don't think they sell the CA30s anymore, but they do sell the CA40s. And why you want one is this. When you tune your instrument, you know, I tune by ear, which means I listen to the note, and I can tell if it's, you know, too high or too low. But as a beginning, you know, violinist, you're not going to be able to, you know, have that kind of sophistication with your ear. So we use we use this tuner to help us tune our instruments. And again, I will show you in a later video how to tune your instrument with one of these, which is why you need one. Again, the CA30 model, I've tried finding them online and I haven't found them recently, but the CA40 is one that's readily available in many different stores. You're looking at $25 here. One of the other things that you need is a webcam. And here's why. Part of my instruction is through video, and then the other part of my instruction is actually through one-on-one webcamming. And what this does is it allows me to see your progress, and I can you know, set up lessons with you online. This is essential to have just so that I can, you know, check in to make sure that you're doing everything correctly. Now this is a very expensive one, a Logitech Webcam Pro 9000. It was about $60. You don't need anything to the sophistication of this. You can get them for as cheap as, you know, $20, $30. But again, you're going to be using this for a long time. So if you want to go ahead and invest in a nice one, it would probably be worth your while. Again, these are the materials that I would like you to have. And there's one more thing, rosin. Rosin we use to rosin your bow. You don't need an expensive one. Typically it comes with your instrument. But if you need one, it's about, you know, between $3 to $10. These are all the materials that you will need as a violinist. And if you need help finding any, again, check with your local music store.